back a little bit. Sean took out the CV on that car. We tore my front end off of my car. He's gone through a belt or two. This we have kept alive, but we got sketched a couple times. And then now we need a new diff for this.
You want to race? Yeah. Gets in his car. All the guys there too, they were like, dude, we thought you were an idiot when you wanted to race that car.
Like all you dumb razor boys trying to play with sand cars.
Yeah.
But I got a sand car at camp. I kind of know how it runs. I kind of know how this runs, and kind of know what I can beat. You're it.
Tag.
That's the thing is I think a lot of like it's a hell of a challenge to get our cars around on sand cars because they don't think it's a race.
Yeah.
A lot of them just have that mindset that we're in golf carts.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now with all the turbos that you guys have done to everything and the motor work, it's like these aren't golf carts anymore.
No.
You smoked the diff, Jared?
Yeah. It sounds like a bulldozer going down the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like one wheel drive. And
Oh, dang.
Just drag in the back, and it sounds just like a bulldozer.
Really? So we've had quite a few people, you know, I've had quite a few friends and people that rode with us. They're like, dude, I want to do a turbo kit, but I just see all your guys' stuff breaking all the time. I'm like, well, it's not the Pro A5 turbo kit or the Bikeman turbo kits that are breaking. It's the rest of the car. Like, we are pushing these cars, and that's kind of what I want to get out there, because I feel like there's a handful of people thinking, like, either the Bikeman or the Pro A5 cars are just breaking left and right. But it's because sometimes we forget to let off, oh, Shelby. Sometimes we get a little excited, and we just keep on racing, and after 10 passes, stuff just gets a little hot.
Yeah.
Also, we like to dune hard, and sometimes you make mistakes like I have, and you smoke a witch's eye, or you get lunchbox.
Oh yeah.
Most of our stuff is really just like stupid accidents or like just staying on the throttle. And you got, I mean, really, I feel like, it's just my opinion. You tell me if I'm wrong, Jared, but I feel like 500 horse, these are pretty reliable if you baby them at 500 horse.
Right, yeah.
But once you hit 500 and you're still gonna mob hard, like plan on stuff breaking. And I'm not talking about your turbo kit. I'm talking about your diffs, your trannies, your PTOs. Those are the things that are gonna start going if you go hard.
Yeah. I mean, last time I was out here Thanksgiving, first or second day out, transmission. This time, fourth or fifth day out, rear diff. But I am pushing this car hard, 500 wheel horsepower, running the crap out of it. But then you take a car that's at 12.5 pounds of boost, making 370, and you can do the exact same thing and beat the living heck out of it, and it just goes and goes and goes with no problems. But if you want the big power and you're gonna push it, you're gonna break stuff around the car. You're not gonna break the engine or the turbo part or the fuel management part, but you're gonna start breaking axles and diffs and trannies and yeah, all the normal stuff. Yeah.
You know, and I've talked to a couple other guys too that have performance shops, and
Yeah.
they've done a PTO, they've done a diff. Like a lot of people just don't talk about it and show it, but I don't want to like hide it all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of the competitors aren't showing their stuff breaking, but there's no way you can't break stuff without pushing it.
Right. And we're not breaking our stuff. We're breaking our cars and the parts around it, but like the power plants are solid. So
Yeah, I mean personally, I think 500 horse and to the wheels and just mobbing hard, like just expect some stuff to break.
Yeah,
but if you baby it and you just did the drags only,
yeah.
I think a lot of that car would stay together for a lot longer.
But if you're gonna make 40 passes up olds through the whoops, you are going to break something.
Yeah.
And what
related
about
to your
other
car.
people?
Yeah.
Other people you have to watch out for.
Yeah.
Jared got hit, and then I hit a witch's eye.
Yeah.
I've been hit, Jared's been hit, like we've kind of been hit, and then we've also just wrecked. So it's not really that's the thing. Like, I just want you guys to understand, that's kind of my theory. If you baby a 500, 450 car, it can last for a while, but you really got to baby it. But if you're going to mob it through the whoops, then plan on stuff breaking.
Yeah, I mean, I built a 500 horsepower dune car to mob the hell out of, and I'm going to break stuff around my car, and I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to continue to run 500 horsepower because that's what I want, and it's fun, right?
Yeah,
so
it's fun.
That's me.
But we got oil on our hands and grease on our hands from breaking some stuff and fixing some stuff. You know, we were just working on a 2,000 horse sand car. Like, that broke too. Like, the whoops and the hills and jumping and everything, like, axles are breaking. And that's even on a stock car. You do olds 10, 10 rips on a stock Pro R or Can-Am or whatever.
Or you get sideways or a waspy or anything.
You do that and you stay in the throttle,
you're gonna break something.
axles are probably breaking, or belts. And so we kind of like to show all the crazy stuff that happens, but I would like to say these are a lot more reliable than probably a lot of people think as far as the Bikeman and the Pro EFI cars. We just show the carnage.
Yep.
So, well,
People love carnage.
yeah,
so.
you guys like it, so we'll keep showing it. But I just don't want you guys to think, okay, well, if I do Pro EFI or if I do Bikeman, I have to turn it to the moon. But you can do a low boost setup, just like Brent's done a low boost, you did a low boost, and it's reliable as all get out.
Yeah.
I mean, well, other than his clutch, but it's got 4,000 miles on it. But that's his clutch. It's nothing to do with the turbo kit or the, and I mean, he's got 4,000 miles on that motor.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think almost 5 now. 4,000 before the turbo, and now almost another 1,000. And the motor's still running.
Stock motor.
Stock motor, like no internals. 12 PSI, right, Sean? And it's going.
Yeah.
So don't be weary. Like, you don't have to do massive, you don't have to try to race sand cars. We just do it because it's something different and something fun to do. So we're trying to race sand cars, see where we line. I just like to see where cars line up. So that's kind of what we've been doing. And we've been pushing the Bikemans, the Pro EFI cars, just to kind of see where they line up. And honestly, I'm getting excited. Do I want a sand car? Hell yeah. A 300K sand car all day long.
Yeah.
But I don't have the budget for it right now. And I'm just excited that these are going from not really being golf carts to actually getting closer to that level. I don't think we've gotten that level, but we're getting there.
Yeah, for sure.
So
And components are going to get stronger. You know, they're going to start building dips and trannies to hold up to the big power, and once they do,
Well,
it's going to be pretty unstoppable. So.
And I know some stuff that Sean's working on to make these even more, some of the parts around the car more reliable and working better. So like, that's the thing. Sean's doing that. I'm sure Bikeman's doing some stuff. I'm sure, you know, some of these other guys like are working on some stuff too to make the cars more reliable around just that turbo kit.
Yep.
But they're getting they're getting fast.
They're fast.
And it's getting really exciting. So I used to be crying about not having my sand car, and now I'm like, okay, this is back to fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that much power. So we are just really pushing these cars to see what they can and can't take. You know, so that's where we're at with it all. This has been an awesome ride. Hope you guys stay with us on all of it all. But we really like just pushing the cars and running them against whatever we can. I mean, we're gonna run it against, I mean, we just ran this car, like me and Shelby ran around trying to find fast sand cars to run against. And it wasn't like, oh, we think we're gonna beat every car known to man. It was, where does this car match up? Can we beat, we didn't even know we could beat low powered sand cars. And then we beat some low powered sand cars and gapped them, right? And then we beat some pretty legit ones. And so we're like, okay, let's get into the bad boys. And that's where we finally got beat. So we're just trying to see where these stand, and it's been an awesome journey. It's been an awesome road. I hope you stay with us on it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Sorry my voice is hoarse. It's been a long week of just ripping dust, sand in my face. It's getting to me. Dallin doesn't know.
No.
Hey everybody, it is track season. Our sponsors are hooking you guys up. It's our 4-mile track, 0 entry fee to you guys. Come on out. Pro EFI is hooking you guys up with an ECU. Yeah, a $3,500 ECU from Pro EFI if you get first place. And Metalcraft Products is hooking you guys up with $500 cash. And on top of that, they're gonna make our sweet trophies. Then big shout out to Hostile Wheels. Those guys are hooking you guys up. For second place, if you get second, you get whatever UTV wheels on their website from them for free. American Electric gives you guys $500 cash if you get third place. So if you need any electric work done, commercial or residential in Lake Havasu, hit them up. And MTS is hooking you guys up. Whoever has the fastest time, whether you're first or fifth or 10th, whoever has the fastest time in a stock suspension car, they're gonna give you $600 off in tuning. So come hang out with the Desert Side-by-Side Club. So email us at desertsxx@gmail if you wanna come out, run what you brung. A little heads up, the guy that won it last time had a stock Turbo S 4-seat.
When you're not first, you're last.
It's all about driving. You don't have to have the fastest car. You don't have to have the best suspension car. It is gonna be rough and it is tight. I purposely leave it that way. Come on out, have a good time, ride with us.